I don't think drafting is the problem with this team. I think developing players are the problem. Because you can't make a mistake in any sport, in the first 2 rounds of a draft. There are too many analytics out there. There's too much videotape. There are too many scouts that are seeing these games in person. Other than someone that maybe gets injured, which you can't control, I think it's downright impossible. But what do you do with that player to get him through the system, to get him to the major leagues? I think that's where it breaks down. And along the way, you've got to have, besides your first and second rounders, you've got to have that 9th rounder, that 13th rounder, that 18th rounder come through as well. I think they've got a problem with the people that they've got working in their minor league systems. I think they've got a problem philosophically. I think they've got to look at that, because the guys that are bringing the talent in, the scouts, I think they know what they're doing. I think it's getting that talent along the way. They've got some serious issues. And if I'm running the franchise, if I'm Bob Castellini, that's the first place I look.
Well, you look at a guy like Frazier, and I mean, he's just now sort of coming into his own as a major league player over the last 2 years at age 28 and 29. That's about 2 years later than the normal window, if not 3.
Wow.
So is that, I mean, yes, some people are going to be late bloomers. Is that just the case of late blooming, or is it the fact that he didn't have a solid position for about 3 or 4 years in the minor leagues, so he was learning a new defensive position every year, and maybe they didn't do a good enough job developing him as he began to move up in the majors?
You see a lot of these young kids on other clubs where they come in as third base, they play short, they play outfield. I mean, they do that everywhere. I mean, look at the Cubs right now in their youth. They're playing everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you look at our guys and it's like, you know, is Negron the future here? And it's like,
No.
you want to believe
No,
it.
the answer
There's
is
no
no to
way.
that.
If it is, it's a bleak future.
Exactly. But I like how they're throwing him in there. But still, it's tough.
This is what I'm thinking. They say this team is homegrown. They have all these homegrown guys on it. But look at the regimes that drafted those guys. This regime, Jocketty's regime, the only guy he's got on that roster of any note, unless I'm missing somebody, is Mike Leake. And Leake wasn't in the minor league system. He came straight out of the draft into Major League Baseball. Everybody else came under Krivsky, O'Brien, or in the case of Joey Votto and Johnny Cueto. No, Joey Votto. They came in under Fancy Pants. With leather pants. No. You kidding me?
Leather Daddy?
I don't think they have anybody on the
Jim
roster
Bowden.
from
Jim
Bowden.
Bowden.
Yeah, well,
Bowden.
Votto was Bowden.
Yeah.
Votto was 2002.
So they have, I mean, I think you got Hamilton, who's not exactly lighting the world on fire, and you've got Leake for sure, those two guys. Lorenzen, Iglesias were through the job.
They bought Iglesias, they bought Chapman. Lorenzen was
Lorenzen was drafted as a center fielder in college, and they turned him into a pitcher.